Good.
How was your retreat?
Yeah, it was very good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How many people did you have?
We have seven.
Seven?
Yeah,
Uh,
usually the more we have, it's eight people, no more like that.
yeah, yeah.
I feel comfortable with the number because allow me to connect one by one.
Yeah. That's kind of my favorite number for the tours too.
And yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, seven, eight for me
Yeah.
match very good. And
Gives you yeah, you're able to connect with everyone. They can connect with themselves, and you can
exactly.
hop in and out and yeah. Yeah, there was yeah, I got I got the temptation to have like a I don't know, like a 18 person, trip um
Yeah.
out to the Antelope Island, the tours that I do, and I was just like, no, 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 no. I cannot do this. Yeah. So,
Yeah, yeah. Sometimes when you have a big number, it's more people, more,
yeah.
talking,
Uh-huh.
and sometimes we miss the point.
Yeah. Oh, so true.
And this is
Yeah.
very important, when you're guiding people through the journey, you need to realize you are a symbol for them, you know,
Yeah.
and you have to take that symbol and learn how to play good
Uh-huh.
that symbol, because whatever you do, whatever you say, it
Yeah.
can change everybody's journey. That's
Yeah.
why, believe it or not, sometimes we forget that part.
Yeah.
They're looking you in some way and somehow, not like you
Yeah.
believe you are that, but it's a role you are
Yeah.
playing.
Yeah. Yeah.
um, for example, some experience I have, and little by little, I learn the symbols, how symbols are talking without talking. That's
Uh-huh.
why I decide to I change the house. I put many symbols in the house. Like,
Yeah.
just the Buddha statue. I'm not Buddhist, but just the
Yeah.
symbol of,
Yeah.
yeah,
Being
peace or
centered, peace. Yeah.
exactly. I
Uh-huh.
made
Oh,
some. I made a status with like concrete,
yeah.
with
Yeah.
in the
Yeah.
indigenous people, doing like this or like this
Uh-huh.
or like this, and I
Yeah.
put it in the front of the yard, outside,
Uh,
in the back of the yard. I mean, that is
yeah.
a silence
Yeah.
space, and everybody start
Isn't
respect.
that traditionally the hear no evil, speak no evil, see
Yes,
no evil? Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
But it's amazing when I start put all these symbols around.
Yeah.
Unconscious people will follow. Yeah.
Yeah.
If I put in the door, like, don't entrance, for example,
Yeah.
nobody read, everybody go inside the house. If I just put a symbol of hands like this,
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
stop,
Yeah.
close, nobody go in.
Yeah.
uh,
Huh. That's so funny. I haven't really thought of the power of the symbols around us, and
Yeah, it's
just
very powerful. For me, that was the way, in the past we try to transmit the more pure knowledge.
yeah.
That's why
Yeah.
in the past you can see many symbols, many, draws, Egyptians,
Yeah. Yeah.
American tribe.
Yeah, and then
Because
just kind of like leading by example. Um,
exactly.
I like that too because when I'm doing my trips out, yeah, it's just it's yeah, I love what we've been doing. I mean, and then just and this is kind of like what I want to convey on future trips too, is just this the power of the silence in the land
Exactly.
and this and yeah, I'm trying to get people into this energy or space in order to
Hmm.
actually accept that within themselves, and because once you get up there and you see this 300 miles of nothing, no
Hmm.
humans, and just you can see it's just the power of this view, and the sunset is incredible, and sometimes I get people up there, la 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 la, and just like
Yeah,
taking the pictures, and it's cool, everybody can go up there and take pictures and stuff, but I always ask people to, for 5 minutes, at least to just silence and to just take it in. And it doesn't usually take much, but it's like,
exactly.
but
But you see that part is where I try to tell you that that's the part unconscious. You need to start putting that in people's
yeah,
mind without
yeah,
the knowing. That's why when I take people, for example, for the forest, the place we just bought,
Yeah.
And they have amazing trails. I know
Yeah.
everybody's coming with, different mindset.
Everything. Yeah.
Exactly, from
Everything's
the big.
coming with the baggage.
Exactly, but you see, but in the beginning, before we start walking, just before we start, when we arrive in the jungle, I make everybody, and then I put the rules without rules. I just put
Yeah.
in people's mind, just be aware. This is a
Yeah.
place to reconnect. This is a place to really walk in silence and
Uh-huh.
really contemplate. It's not about talking, 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 because if not, you're gonna
Yeah.
miss everything.
Uh-huh.
And then in the moment I put all this, everybody's quiet.
Yeah.
But I don't wait until that happens. I try to
Yeah.
prevent it always. Put before we
Yeah.
would do something. I
Yeah.
try to put what is the intention for this walking.
Mm.
What is the intention? Why
Yeah.
we are here?
Yeah.
You know.
Interesting. Pre-framing. There's a really interesting Instagram or some YouTube video or something where they get Instagram influencers and they bring them all into the
Mhm,
room, and he starts um I think it's a magician, and
mhm,
he's trying to influence how they act. And actually he's actually trying to influence exactly. He gives them all these choices of
mhm,
what they can, which room they can choose, because he asks the influencers to make a photograph, and he gives them
mhm,
props, and he gives them a room, and he gives them all these different options, different
mhm,
rooms, different props,
mhm,
different yeah, like angles. And
mhm,
but as he's speaking to them and kind of pre-framing them for this experience, he's trying to
mhm,
influence exactly what they're going to do. And he gets all 5 or 6 participants to choose the same room, to choose the same object, and to do the
mhm,
same kind of picture all through, just
mhm,
like, I mean, it's, I guess it's a subtle form of mind control in a way. It's like by mentioning tray and ice cube tray and ice cube and all that, he kind of puts these into his languages.
mhm, mhm,
They all pick the ice cube tray as one of their props out of this huge box of props. So
mhm, mhm.
yeah, it kind of goes in line with that in a way. I like that.
And some way, this is shamanic. This
Yeah.
is shamanism, when they use so
Oh,
many amulets, so many things, and you
yeah.
believe in what this person is doing to you, and you
Yeah.
believe you start healing because the power is you.
Yeah.
And sometimes you need the energy of somebody interfere with you because you don't believe in you, you
Yeah.
know. That's why
Hmm.
we always put the power outside.
Oh, God knows I've
So,
got experience with that.
yeah,
Putting the
and
power outside of myself. Yeah.
exactly, and
Yeah.
this is what I'm seeing. Sometimes is very danger.
Yeah.
Can be very powerful when you have a guidance and that guidance is empower
Yeah.
But when
Mm.
that guidance is taking all the power in themselves, for me, they're taking power off of people. Because
Uh-huh.
now I believe I am the one.
Yeah.
I know everything and nobody knows anything. If you follow me, you do my rules,
Uh-huh.
one day you're gonna be like me.
Uh-huh.
That is taking power away. But
Yeah.
if you give it that power and you know who you are,
Yeah.
you're never gonna take power for anything.
And it's interesting because, with people like that, the most inspiring thing that I ever get from them is basically how they live their own life, and just them almost leading by example. I mean, the
Exactly,
words come out and sometimes ruin it, but how they're living their life, that's the powerful
exactly,
thing, that leading by example.
exactly. And in the end, the more powerful thing is to be true with yourself.
Yeah. Yeah.
Whatever you are, wherever you're going through, like you say, be true with yourself, be true, because mouth can say beautiful things.
Yeah.
But sometimes they don't have power because it's not
Yeah.
who you are. It can be
Uh-huh.
very beautiful spiritual words. Yeah, we are
Yeah.
one, everything is one,
Yeah.
but you don't behave like that after you say it, you
Yeah.
know?
So when you're like doing your ayahuasca retreats with people, do you feel like they're getting these lessons from the medicine? Um, I don't know, or mixing these messages up sometimes. I don't know. I don't know
It, for,
exactly.
for, for me, what at your point is very important because it depends of the context,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
depend on the environment, depend of the one is guiding through the
Yeah.
medicine also
Uh-huh.
can influence
Yeah.
the path. For me, I always I took the retreat very, very different in the way I try to empower people, you know, I
Yeah.
give you the space.
Yeah.
I remove cell phones, I remove technology,
Yeah.
books, you know,
Yeah.
all kind of distraction
Yeah.
to the outside.
Yeah.
And I try to put the people before drinking the medicine, realize you can get the same answer without the medicine, you know. When you receive the medicine, yeah, say thank you because you have amazing tool available there. But
Uh-huh.
you have to find the same truth without the medicine.
Yeah.
And for me, doing that is almost the same you're doing, taking people to places to completely be in silence,
Yeah.
to completely be, you know, to put all the attention in and less outside, you know. In
Mhm.
that moment, things start popping up, feelings, sensations, usually very unpleasant, you know, feelings because the mind was repressing that for a long
Mm.
time.
Yeah.
And then when they stay here all day, of course, we do a lot of walking in nature. I try to connect it all day before the ceremony
Yeah.
with teachings from nature to
Yeah.
realize how powerful and the intelligence is
Yeah.
everywhere, you know, and
Yeah.
you're part of that intelligence, no, not
Yeah.
separate.
Yeah.
But not through here, you know, just to walk, will not choose, feel it, touch a tree, you know, be there,
Uh-huh.
observe the birds, just rough, you know, the dog,
Yeah.
how he behaves so natural and so relaxed, you know. People start relaxing, you know, people start getting down,
They're
more
with you
conscious.
for a week
Yes,
or
yes,
5 days? 7
7 days,
days.
Saturday to Saturday.
Yeah. Yeah.
And every day, you know, of course, for me, the medicine do um, the hard work, the medicine do it for me, you know.
Yeah,
It's,
sure.
it's much
Yeah.
it up,
That's what I
you know.
say. Nature does all the work for me. When we
Exactly.
go, oh, this is so incredible. Thank you so much. I'm like, thank you, nature.
Exactly. This is what a medicine does because when you drink it, get exposed many things from the personhood, you know,
Yeah.
from the
Yeah.
personality, from the ego perspective.
Uh-huh.
That's why when that is exposed, and then you don't have more distraction to escape from that,
Yeah.
and you have to face it. And
Yeah.
just being here with the collective energy of the group and with all the symbol, the space, and the, you know, the kind of talking we are doing,
Yeah.
more, you know, self to self. It's not teaching mind to mind because usually mind to mind for me they don't have any value.
Yeah.
Just speaking from a deep space.
Yeah.
People start breaking down, start, you know, being who they are more truly, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, I
And
like what you said about participation and being a participant in the
exactly,
environment, in life. And that's kind of what I feel like I'm trying to help change with tourism is that people have stopped becoming the participant. And maybe, yeah, this is on a grander scale. Like they've stopped becoming the participant in their own life sometimes. And they're kind of just like
exactly,
letting things happen to them and going through this why me phase in a way. Um, but yeah, and so kind of more on a micro scale with tourism,
mm,
just how I've been thinking about this is like people are going to these places and looking at these beautiful things, and they're part of hundreds of people in a
mm-hmm.
very crowded place looking at a beautiful thing, but not really participating in it. They
Exactly,
they are participating, that you can't not participate wherever you are. You are a part of
yeah,
that experience. So it's not just the Leaning Tower of Pisa, that's there where everybody's, just gets them
exactly,
and the statue. It's the thousands of people that are all around. They are part of that. So
exactly.
the question that we're asking is like, how can you be more in an active role, and how can you positively affect the places that you're going to, and the cultures that
Exactly.
you're traveling to.
Exactly.
There's people that live there, like how are you contributing to their quality of life in a way, and I think that's kind of that's
Yeah,
just what reminded me when you were talking about the
exactly.
participation.
And it's very powerful because in the end, um, all the experience, I always say, come and go, you know.
Yeah.
No experience is permanent, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
You can go and you can see the more beautiful mountain, the more beautiful, you know, whatever you're
Mhm.
looking for.
Yeah.
But, you know, it's momentary, you know,
Yeah.
everything come and go. But you're
Yeah.
present in that moment, completely present. because you can be, here observing, but you're not observing. Observation is not how we learn in life. We observe things, but we are give you too much qualified. The mind is still there. Give you shapes, color, things. I like it. I don't like it. I wish if there's no clouds, it's still too much in the mind. And because of that, you are not completely present, you are present, but very unconscious, but the more you become observing that and realize in somehow, in some way, you are part of that experience because you are the one observing through this lens. Something start breaking down in people's mind. Something start become very organic to realize, I don't know, that space in us, that thing, they don't have any name, any color, any countries, any boundaries.
That's funny. It's like these experiences that we're trying to, or people are traveling to go have or do, is almost just seeking to be in the present moment.
Exactly.
These sunsets that we go to, maybe that's just the magic of it, is that it brings people into the present moment, and that's
exactly.
It's just something. Some things are more powerful than others,
And the beauty with nature is they look like that static picture, because when you go to observe, let's say, completely different environment, like a car race, it's too much movement, it's too much noise, And when you are there in nature, observing a mountain, it's not moving, it's so huge, so perfect, and that's like you feel that magnetism of expansions of. That's why in the past, nature or like indigenous people usually, they have a lot of respect for mountains, in fact, all the big tribe are in the big mountains because they know the power they have, that energy field, they're very powerful and very healing, and that is medicine, that is real medicine,
I feel that. Oh, this is great. It's like really contextualizing what I've been doing, because I've been having a trouble like putting a finger on it, it's like
but you see, don't try. This is something I know we're coming from very structural mind.
And we want to name everything and
exactly, or maybe
organize it.
Exactly, in the past you was working very structured organization or thing, but to be truly with yourself, you need to destroy everything, and just being you. And when you are you in that moment, without putting names, what do you do? I don't know. You ask me what am I doing? I don't know. I can put any name. Some people ask me in the street, "You're a shaman?" I say, "You want to be a shaman for you? I'm going to be a shaman for you." But that doesn't mean anything for me.
Does that help you?
Exactly. You see, but I can define what I'm doing. I don't have to. I just feel it. This is part of my journey. I want to share with people. Not because I have to save them, or I have to be the hero, I have to be the shaman, or I have to become some important figure in this planet. Not all. I'm in peace with myself, and that peace I want to share with the people coming here. And I just give you a little of that peace to each one to feel it, and people feel it without the medicine.
What was it that you called the retreat center, or your new retreat center? It's like Sociedad Anónima?
Oh no, that's the organization, just to put the land.
That's the organization. Okay,
yeah.
But I like that, like not putting the name onto your, your name on the organization.
No, exactly, nothing. In that way, it's gonna be more pure, Because in this journey,
get rid of those traps for your own ego.
Exactly. You have to be very aware, especially when we start this journey. You need to realize this thing you are doing. As for them, it's more for you. They are your excuse.
Absolutely. I tell people that right away. It's like I'm on this journey. I'm asking these questions, and I'm glad that you can come along with me, and maybe you're asking some of the same questions, and we can go on this journey together for a few moments of our precious life.
and can be the more amazing school in your life, because for me, what I'm learning so far is through here, to be real, to be listen people journeys, listen people stories, listen belief systems. Everybody
Mhm.
carry on, and nobody
Mm.
questioned the belief system, you know.
Yeah.
Or somebody, for example, came with a lot of you know, like superstitions and stuff. And sometimes we put so much power in that. I remember a guy,
Yeah.
he was coming with, in fact, I have it here with me. I have like was at 7 stones. He was carrying all the time, all this stone with him until he was, let's say, 15-year-old. Um,
Wow.
and I say to him, really, what happened? You leave this stone at home? Oh, all his energy destabilized. You see, I
Yeah.
say, you know, a rock can be a very beautiful symbol to remember something, you know, to help
Yeah.
you to remember that. But at the end, you have to let it go, because
Yeah.
if not, you're putting all your power in
Yeah.
something external of
Yeah.
yourself.
Yeah. I
And
carried
that,
a jade around my neck for 7 or 8 years, and then one day I was like, wow, I put too much power into this, and so I had to take it off,
exactly,
and now it's gone. I don't know where it went to. I loved that stone, but
exactly.
it went somewhere else.
Exactly. And at some point, maybe it can be an amazing tool, you know, in the
Yeah.
beginning. But also you
Yeah.
need to let it go, you know, and realize that the ultimate power is you. Whatever you
Yeah.
believe is going to be your truth, you know.
Hmm.
And sometimes belief systems,
Yeah.
they're stopping you in this evolution because, you
Yeah.
know, the same when you put the power outside of yourself or through a person or guru or
Do you feel like that's what's happening when demons are coming into people's journeys, or I don't know, or being a part of their existence in a way?
what do you mean more specifically? Like,
Um, I've just part of my fear around medicine, or even like one of the reasons why I've never even considered, I don't like be like helping somebody facilitate a journey or something,
mhm,
has been
mhm,
that there needs to be a safe container around their
mhm.
place, and that spirits or demons might come in, and I don't know, like,
Exactly. But
yeah.
the more important about the question as the where is this question coming from?
Uh-huh.
And this is a question coming from very pure experience of yourself, or it's coming from belief system of listening others people or listening other story. Because if you ask
Uh-huh.
me, when I start doing ayahuasca, I have no idea at all. You know, I went to that place, I drink it with the shaman, and I realized many things that night, of course.
Yeah.
um, but anyway, later in life, I was doing ayahuasca with people, you know.
Yeah.
I remember before that, I only drink with one shaman, and she was very nice because she didn't put any influence on me. She only said, everything is inside yourself.
Yeah.
I can teach you anything, you know.
Yeah.
And she don't teach me how to cook the medicine, how to do, just drink it and go on my own journeys,
Yeah. Yeah.
exploring. And I went to many places, let's say beautiful places and very low places, you know, everywhere. But I always find only one thing, you know, the more beautiful love, the more beautiful
Yeah.
vibration of energy,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
All the rest is nothing, you know.
Uh-huh.
But what happened? One day I meet very old people working with many different plants, shamans, people coming everywhere, some gurus, or many people I was available to meet in this lifetime. People very famous or very spiritual, you know, leaders, whatever, you know,
Yeah.
we play there. And many of them they start telling me many things. I remember one told me, please, when you do ayahuasca, don't watch people in the eyes because it's a spirits can possess you. Others say, don't let nobody touch you the third eye because your third eye is open and they can close. Be careful after ayahuasca, make sure you do some baths because the energy is gonna take, you know. And I said, wow, I have no idea before.
Uh-huh.
um, but in my experience, I never saw any of that, you know. I just feel so much love. I
Yeah.
realize that pure power, nothing can touch who you are, you
Uh-huh.
know, the
Yeah.
real truth.
Yeah. Yeah.
And one day I drink it. I drink the medicine. My intention was to see that demon, you know. If they, I say, I'm here, you know.
Uh-huh. Wow.
And then something beautiful happened, you know. In my journeys with ayahuasca, in some way and somehow, my sister, the one passed away a long time ago, she manifested in my conscious and in my experience, very symbolic and like a light, you know. And I remember that night I was in a lake. I was in a lake with her, and she was just a pure light talking to me. And I have two rocks, and that was my intention for that night, to see what is true, how I know this is true, because these people say that is true, or is my true? Because in my journeys I never saw any of that. I saw darkness, I saw the light, but I saw like everything is part of the one thing, you know. It's no one fighting with others, you know. It's two polarities playing together in somehow, in some way, you know, duality. But I never saw the separation of this is the good and this is the bad, and let's go to kill the bad one, and we start that fighting. Usually we do in our regular life, you know, through belief system, through religions, and you know, and many others. But the beautiful experience for me that night was, I have two rocks in my hand. One was a big rock, and one was very small rock. And my sister said, threw it in the water. I just threw it both rocks, you know. And then when they went to the lake, I just see so many ripples coming out of both, you know. But of course, the big rock was making a big ripple, you know. And I saw how this big rock was affecting the small ripple from the small rocks, you know, until just become one again, you know, the big one. And then my sister said to me, you see, that is life. You need to choose what kind of rock you want to be. If you want to choose to be the small rock, everything's going to affect you. Everything you're going to feel like something is chasing you forever. And you're going to try to escape of that shadow. Or you're going to be the high vibration, and you can affect everything behind you. And that night I choose to be the big one, you know. That's why when I do ayahuasca, I see people in the eyes with so much love. I say, have a beautiful journey. I touch people with my front head. I say, have a beautiful journey. You know, nothing happened to me. Why? Because I don't believe it. You know, I don't believe it. Before I say something, I try to analyze where it is coming from. It's coming really from, the question is coming from my true place, was coming through my mind, through all this collective information we recollect, and sometimes we don't know. Fear is very low vibration. You see, you know, when you are afraid, you become the small rock again. Everything affects you somehow.
It sounds pretty similar to a ayahuasca experience I had as well. I was the question I had, it had to do with my mother as well, and it was about being afraid of losing myself and in other people. And this is kind of the same thing, being that small rock and losing myself amongst the ripples in a way. And I went to a very dark place that night. I remember dropping down, and I remember kind of, again, similar to you, just like, okay, wow, here's this very dark place, and I'm like, okay, well, this is what I'm here to do, so let's go. And so I dropped down, and I felt, and I dropped down into a scene that was maybe one of the most darkest things I could think of, I could personally fathom. And it's this like it was like this sacrificial ritual in like Hollywood, and they were killing a baby, and you know, having this like this orgy around it almost, and it was very black, you know. And I felt like I got, and I was like this dragon egg, this colorful dragon egg that was dropped down into this, and it was of love and purity. And then I went down into it, and I remember like becoming all of those people around me and feeling their pain and why they needed to do that, and why, and you know, their feeling of powerlessness in their life, and they're just trying to gain power back. And I remember I like became them and cried and like, and also pleaded that there was like another way to do this. But the most powerful thing, and I came out of that, I wasn't myself after I came out of that, but I also hadn't lost myself. and we together had become something new in a way. And I remember coming out of that, I cannot lose myself. I can go to the darkest place,
Exactly.
imagine in my mind, imaginable, and even like take on the perspective and become it in a way, and still not lose myself.
Exactly.
And that was amazing. That was so amazing. And yeah, it was part of accepting that fear. I guess another memory that sparked with you was a lucid dream that I had, where a man came up to me with a knife, sticking it in my chest, and I remember I took his hand and I took the knife to me, and I was like, if you're gonna do it, do it. And then all this water just rose up, and the whole scene dissolved, and just like it just everything extended, shot out, and I was just completely transformed the situation by accepting that in a way. So I don't know, I guess I became the bigger rock in those moments in a way, or at least equaled it out.
Exactly. And this is something symbolic. Like I say, all the ceremonies when we drink medicine, when we have a dream, is, in some way is pure information.
Yeah.
And some kind of dreams, the more
Yeah.
deep dreams, like very lucid dreams, can make you amazing information. But you see, it's what I try to explain from the beginning. Everything is very symbolic.
Yeah.
You need to feel the symbols. When you're in the experience, you're in the experience. But when you integrate the experience, you need to integrate the experience in very symbolic way.
Yeah.
What I mean?
Yeah.
Each elements was there,
Yeah.
Because exactly, sometimes we have to go to very deep darkness, And it's a beautiful saying, say, from darkness, the light came to,
Right.
And when you go to visit that very dense space, and you confront your biggest fears in life, it's like delusion dissolving from you, and nothing touches you anymore, But if you react, the dream becomes so real, and the dream is gonna take you over,
consume you, and you're in it, you're part of it.
Exactly. And this is very symbolic mean for life. Whatever we are facing to, if you're gonna facing with fear or feeling empowered, you become the small rock, and this will affect you in some way.
You become of it. You can't come out of the situation if you are part of, because then you are part of it.
Exactly. And it's in a dream. A dream happen, very, very beautiful dreams. I have a dream very similar like you, very, very similar where you was explaining. And in my dream, I was in a car. I have a flat tire, and then, but the spare tire was flat. I went to gas station, and I knew it, the guide. But when the guy was coming to help me, they took a knife, and they push in my chest. So they put it in. I said, poof! I feel the pain. But at that time in my dream, I have so much compassion for the guy, because I felt his pain. I felt how much he hates humanity. I remember I took the knife off, and I said, don't do it again, my friend. It's not good. Of course, it wasn't a dream. But, and then I wake up, like this. But I realized, wow, how beautiful, was that moment to realize nothing is nothing in the end. And also this experience of life, we take too serious, it's like being in a dream, and you take the dream too serious, and the dream become very, very personal. And then become very disconnected from the whole thing again, and then you become this insulate little rock, chasing shadows.
So one thing I wanted to ask you with this first call was about people using medicine and then maybe missing the point that they are that power, and then continuing to use it and using it over and over, and maybe even abusing it in a way. Or I guess that's kind of like looking at the dream and saying that the dream is the answer, rather than, following. It's like it's the finger's pointing the way, but you're looking at the finger as the answer rather than where it's pointing. So, and it's maybe this is tied into when I was first embarking on these kind of like exploration to do these tours, and having medicine be part of it.
Mhm.
Like you gave me a warning, like this, what are you seeking? Yeah, what is that question?
Mhm.
Not always are people going into medicine journeys and connecting with the earth and connecting with land, and that was kind of, I found that was a big epiphany for me, because I was like, this is my intention, is to connect with the earth. You don't need medicine to do that so much. So I'm finding that that is not part of my lesson, and maybe
Mhm.
that's even it for me right now, is that I have done medicine a few times, and I'm not really called to do it right now. So
Mhm.
so I feel like I'm seeking the medicine in the land, in a way, like
Mhm.
that's and maybe it's more subtle, and
Mhm.
um I'm not sure if there was a question in there. But
Yeah, no, no, but I understand, and
yeah,
I see a very, very, very important point
yeah,
in what you was expressing, because it's true, especially right now. Let's talk about one of the main medicine are very popular, like ayahuasca,
yeah,
As
yeah,
a medicine are coming very popular through many, many years, at least in my own experience, the last 7 years become like a huge, like a spiritual, trip.
yeah,
Everybody
yeah.
wants
it's
to do it,
it's uh it's very popular right now.
Exactly, and
Yeah,
because many star people from and it's
yeah,
okay.
that
It's
too.
for everybody.
Yeah,
You have a
Zac
lot of
Efron down in Iquitos. Yeah, absolutely.
you see, but it's amazing too. We forget why we was using this medicine in the past,
Yeah,
and the respect and this community tribe was using this medicine.
mhm,
Um, they was using always to go inside yourself. You
yeah,
know,
yeah,
they was going to reconnect. What did you say with this life? You
yeah,
know,
mhm,
but it's not the magic cup. When we start doing this, um, and make you believe, this is the magic, the miracle.
yeah,
If you came here, you have my miracle,
yeah,
and you can have 99% miracles. Where's
mhm,
a miracle? How you can describe a miracle, and
yeah,
how danger can be when you put that energy outside of you again.
uh-huh,
I say, yeah, I use it in my retreats here, the medicine, because I'm working with this medicine for many years.
yeah,
But something I realized, it's not the magic truth, you know? It's not the magic thing I drink and I become Buddha, or
yeah,
I become any
yeah,
expectation of my mind.
uh-huh,
Medicine can be an amazing tool to reveal
yeah,
many layers of the personhood. Sometimes we don't see it in our regular life.
yeah,
Can help you to point things in us.
yeah.
You
Breaking
see,
down belief systems that you didn't even know were
exactly. They can
operating
expose,
you. Yeah,
exactly. They can expose all the things you are not. And
uh-huh,
many things you believe, problems you believe you have, and from different perspective with the medicine, and you can see from deep level, and
yeah,
see maybe it's nothing.
yeah,
Or many people tell me after drinking the medicine, the teachings they receive, they already know it.
mhm,
Everybody know it, and
yeah,
somehow. So you need, the medicine to realize that.
yeah,
And they're very simple answer. Like in this retreat, there was a guy told me that was amazing. And after the ayahuasca, I started appreciate. I breathe. I'm exist.
yeah,
Yeah, he was exist. He was all the life, but he was very depressed because he
uh-huh,
was living his mind through one thought, feeding another thought, and why, and you go on this roller coaster of life,
yeah,
and then you take a little pill to make you happy,
yeah,
numb, and sometimes we forget about how to express our feelings.
yeah.
And this
Well, it's
medicine,
interesting. Sometimes these negative thought patterns that we're in are developed, and at one point they've kept us alive or safe, and
exactly.
and maybe even maybe even why we're alive, like it saved our life literally to think like that. I mean, that's the animal brain, right? That's the we focus on things that are scary so that we can avoid them, but then we
Exactly.
get obsessed with that, just as we get obsessed with the good parts of medicine. So it's like
Exactly.
both
It's,
ways.
it's, it's, it's how you explain. For me, the cup is that finger. you
Yeah,
know the
uh-huh,
cup
yeah,
is the finger pointing to the same truth,
yeah,
but then you have to take the finger off and keep looking,
yeah,
and
uh-huh,
keep looking. Let's keep looking inside yourself.
yeah,
Be conscious. of what is your intention.
Yeah.
Always because I have to drink every year to recalibrate myself,
Mhm.
and then we confuse what was the point. And you
Mhm.
can do it, of course, that is one way, let's say the shamanic way. But
Yeah.
there are many tribes, many different, they was using different plants. Others, they don't use any plants. Just be with the lands, closing your eyes, go inside yourself, be in that space to feel for the first time whatever you need to feel and don't avoid. That's a healing, that's a reconnecting,
Mhm. Yeah.
But I always encourage people, we're going to use the medicine, but it's not the ultimate truth. The ultimate truth is who you are, to find who you are,
Yeah.
and realize you are the thing you are looking for. That's why you're not gonna get it. Because you already are. The thing is observing this
Uh-huh.
thing, but you
Yeah.
try to be with this
I
mind,
feel
with this
like I
body.
forget that a lot. That what
Exactly.
I'm searching for is me,
Exactly. You see? And the searching can be very dangerous when only become experience from outside.
Yeah.
Because let's say you go from one medicine to another medicine, and then when you did this medicine, you want more deep and more deep, and what is
Uh-huh.
deep, how deep it is, where this
Oh,
deep coming from, you
yeah.
forget you already that,
Uh-huh.
or like say, like you right now can take people to amazing places and can be a very changing experience. You
Uh-huh.
integrate that feeling. If
Yeah.
not, it's just a trip. You go there and then you can tell, yeah, that was so nice, and then your life become the same.
Uh-huh.
At the same with ayahuasca, you can drink it, you can have the more amazing journey there.
Yeah.
Wow. And
Uh-huh.
then you come back to this, you go to your regular life, to your comfort zone,
Yeah.
and nothing's gonna change.
Yeah.
You see,
Yeah.
as you the one they have to change.
Yeah. How are you using your experiences to change?
Exactly, integration, integrating that in your regular life and move on from your comfort zone and face whatever you need
Mhm.
to face and realize it's okay to express emotion. It's okay to
Mhm.
feel what you feel. But you see, if you keep penetrating deeper and deeper, there is a place in each one. It's not moving. But you see, it's not like a Tiffany or something you're gonna achieve through reading books. It's something only everybody have to do it. And how, I don't know. Everybody's different.
Yeah.
For me, my first step was through plant medicine. You see, but plant medicine was pointing only one place. I have to
Yeah.
go there. I have to be
Uh-huh.
very uncomfortable facing my life,
Yeah.
facing all the things that was not true with my
Yeah.
life, and do something with that.
Yeah.
And also
Interesting.
question spirituality, because in a moment I was not searching nothing, and a moment I realized I was trapped in this spirituality idea we create. And then one day
Yeah.
I have to question everything also. I have to
Yeah.
question this and that and this concept. And little by little I realize still concept and concepts.
It's funny. I mean, it's like I've been saying lately that I'm like pretty much anti-spirituality at this moment. But I mean, we were having a very spiritual conversation right now. So it's like I say I'm anti it, but I don't feel like I can remove myself, I mean, from it because it's, that is us, that is us at our core
Exactly.
level.
We already are that spiritual being, but in the
Yeah.
moment we conceptualize, oh,
Yeah.
and a Buddhist and these traditions or
Uh-huh.
non-duality, or
Yeah.
you see, we are trapped ourselves in a concepts,
Yeah.
in a strong spiritual ideas we put
Yeah.
there,
Yeah.
and the more you feed the mind with that, you're thinking you are more spiritual and you are more ego spiritual. It's like
Uh-huh.
just changing different masks. Now I'm the mask with the spiritual because I do my yoga, or I have my tattoo of Om, or I have this beautiful spiritual clothing,
Uh-huh.
and now I'm better because I'm vegan, you're not vegan. And you see, we still the same ego, the same fighting, and we don't know. And
Yeah.
we think we are more spiritual. And
Yeah.
I'm more in alignment because I do ayahuasca and you don't. You see, we
Oh
still
God, I
living
fucking
in that.
hate that. Yeah. Oh,
But we have to go through. It's beautiful because when you, for example, I know a little bit about your story, where you're coming from, and I think you have to go through all these places because now you have a unique experience, and it's good. Right now, you can step back and see what is true and what is not true, and don't be afraid to think the mind. Oh, what happened if all this year
yeah.
I was wasting? I was not true. No, that was true in that moment,
Yeah.
and you need that true
Yeah.
to help you
Yeah.
to
I've
move
never
the higher.
thought that my experiences were wasted, you know, and they were all, yeah, very important, you know, and I would never take it back, you know, because they're the
And
reason why we're here
exactly,
today.
but you say, don't think you are anti-spiritual. I say it's perfect. You are going in amazing direction.
Yeah,
But you
yeah.
just don't say it, because in the moment you say it, now you're against of something, you see?
Oh, yeah,
And that moment you become in conflict again, because you
yeah,
see, but if you just question everything around you and you put in doubt everything, I think this is
yeah,
the more wise thing
yeah,
humans can do.
yeah,
Put in doubt everything, also your
yeah.
spirituality.
But it's interesting. It's like these perspectives that we have around the world, you know, like, so you're Costa Rican, I'm American, you know, there's a Chinese
Exactly.
man, like they are having the very individual perspectives that
Hmm.
are, you know, and you're fully in that perspective, you know. It's like we're never
Exactly.
gonna escape out of that and be completely objective all the time.
Hmm.
um and I don't think that's the point either, you know. I think there's deep value in all of these different perspectives, and I love
Exactly.
seeing different people's individual perspective, but they have to go deep into that, you know, and really
Exactly.
embody to get the full experience of that. So, you know, and so I
Yeah.
think there's value in losing your objectiveness, I guess.
Mhm.
You know.
It's good because, like I say, if you want to discover who you are, sometimes you need to start completely reverse, realize all the things you are not first.
Yeah,
Like the
yeah,
culture. We are not the culture. Yeah, you don't deny the
yeah.
culture make a lot of huge shape in our conscious and how we perceive life depending on
Uh-huh.
where you burn. The
Yeah.
culture, the belief system, also the religions, that you are mature enough and you also put in doubt your belief system, your conscience, your religion. It's like something start breaking down,
Yeah.
and be can be very afraid from the ego perspective,
Yeah.
because everything is coming down. So you just keep coming down and you just jump to the numb, like when
Uh-huh.
ayahuasca you drink
Yeah.
and sometimes you don't have choice. You
Yeah.
are there in the black hole.
Yeah.
After many hours of maybe you realize who is the one say because the is still there, but it's something observing the
Yeah.
and let's when something click. I say,
Yeah.
maybe I'm not the
Yeah.
you know. And that happened to me one time. I remember I was with the medicine. I was in
Ah,
that I was in that
that's
loop.
so funny.
I was in the bucket.
Yeah.
So nothing was coming out,
Uh-huh.
It's just but I was there for hours. And
Yeah.
in some moment, and somehow I saw myself doing I said, why I'm doing if
Yeah.
nothing is coming out?
Uh-huh.
Did you see? Just realizing
Yeah.
that the feeling passed completely.
Wow.
But I was
Oh.
a trap, because I was feeding that within my mind. It's like
Yeah.
the mind create an image and you put attention to the image and you become the image real and you
Yeah.
keep going, try to escape with the same mind.
God, this life is such a mind fuck, man. I mean, because it's like it was just the other day. I'm like, I am touching myself, but I am also being touched by me. I am touching myself. I am the touched and the toucher. You know, it's like, and we're constantly flipping back between these things. Can you be both at the same time? And it's like, yes, we are, but we're often,
But,
it's kind of
but
hard for that mind.
exactly, because and the moment you do it, you are doing with the same mind.
Yeah.
The mind
Uh-huh.
is the one say, I'm touching my finger, I feel my
Yeah.
finger, or I'm the
Yeah.
finger, and the one, blah, 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 blah.
Uh-huh.
You don't get it, you see, because it's nothing to get.
Yeah.
And the moment you drop that, I don't know,
Mhm.
you get something without getting nothing.
Yeah.
The less you know, sometimes more you know, less questions. Uh,
Yeah. Yeah.
um,
Get over it. You're
exactly.
touching yourself and you're being touched. Get over it. That's fine.
This is the roller coaster of life.
Oh yeah.
I think this is a very good point in life, because when I started doing this retreat many, many years ago, I know it. This is gonna be my school, you
Yeah.
know, because I was
I like
drinking
how
the
you think of
medicine.
it like that. Yeah, that's good, you know.
Exactly, because that was my way to heal through many
Yeah.
people coming around me I'm gonna learn not only my prospect, everybody prospect, and then little by little. Because when I drink ayahuasca, I remember the first time I want everybody to drink ayahuasca, because if everybody drink ayahuasca, we wake up.
Yeah.
Later in life, I realized was not true. That was my journey.
Yeah.
You know, that was the journey. Nobody's gonna saw what I saw it. Nobody's gonna have through that experience. The teachings in the end are the same, but the experience is unique for each one.
Yeah.
That's why everybody's unique. Everybody look this life in some unique way, you know? And when you start listening everybody, doesn't matter how crazy they sound, and you just completely listen, but not like judging, just pure there. Wow, you realize everybody give you a little piece of the high truth in somehow, in some way. It's like having a big picture, and you amplify the picture until only you see pixels, pixels, all separate. And everybody's a little pixel, you know, from the same picture of life. And when you take the whole thing together and you listen all humanity, everybody is true in somehow, in some way, in his own experience, you know. For example, I go pick up a guy from the army with a lot of PTSD, and you know, he went through many tours, Afghanistan, Iraq, and you name it. You see, you have to realize all the things this guy went through, and the things he saw it. And when I arrived to pick up him, let's say I was 5 minutes late, he was like walking stressed out, completely in the airport. When he saw me, oh my God, all these bad people, everybody here is so bad, everybody want to rob me with a cell phone, taxi driver, it's so dangerous. I said, you know, just relax, you know. Just coming here to the center, he panicked because we don't have fans, we don't have good luck in the rooms, security, all the stuff he was going through. I said, just relax, you know. He was with a lot of PTSD, of course. That was amazing, you know. That was his perspective about life for the trauma he received. And then I went to pick up 2 ladies. Like I went half hour late. The same day, let's say just 1 hour different between I picked up this guy and these 2 ladies. And these 2 ladies was sitting there next to the airport in the Malinche restaurant, waiting, so chill out. And when I arrived, I said, oh my God, it's so beautiful, Costa Rica. All these kind of people, everybody offer me cell phone, taxi driver. Oh my God, people in Costa Rica, they're so beautiful. You know, and 1 hour later, this guy, all these are bad people, try to rob him. See, the same people, the same airport, 2 different conscious experience, 2 completely different realities, you know. That's why what is true? How you determine what is true, you know? Only when you drop all the concepts of what is true, maybe we start perceiving the high truth about the whole thing, you know. And that's the beauty of this journey, you know.
It's not boring.
Exactly. It's like a child. When you're a child, you don't know how things are or who made it, but you are there completely fully, you know. And you can take a rock. I remember growing up, I have no money being a child. I just play in my grandma's house out in the backyard. I make with dirt some roads. For me, every rock was a car, different cars. Some cars were more big, small wing airplanes. But you see, in my young imagination, that was real for me. That was an airplane. Until some adult came one day, uncle said, don't be stupid, this is a rock. I said, oh shit, it's a rock. You stop playing, you know? You stop playing because it's a rock. And that
my imagination is wrong.
Exactly. You see? In that moment, a rock is gonna be a rock, and that's it. You know, and the same happened in the individual level. You know, me as me. This is my pain.
What is it? Picasso was like, he said, you know, like I grew up and spent the rest of my life trying to become a child again, you know, or see the world like a child. You know?
Exactly. And this is the more wise thing we can do, like humans. And everybody can do it. This is something the medicine showed me. After drinking many times medicine, I realized I don't know anything at all. And the things I was thinking I know was nothing. You know?
I think this is why I love an entrepreneur so much, you know, it's because it kind of keeps that imagination alive, you know, everything, the possibilities are everywhere, and you know, as long as you keep that imagination alive within yourself, a rock can be an airplane, you know. And it's really beautiful.
And it's something you're going through right now. I know this is new journey. When you tell me a couple of years ago, I don't know, when we talk about it,
Uh-huh.
You have the idea just fresh, and
Yeah.
the picture was not clear. It's
Yeah.
like you start painting a picture, but the picture
Yeah.
and little by little. I
Yeah.
don't say what to do. I just help you to say, okay, maybe you can paint this. It's better. It's more safe,
Yeah.
because I have experience with plant medicine before doing with people that are not ready. It's not good. This is not tourist way to do it. If
Yeah.
this kind of medicine can wake up things very deep and can be the more amazing tool and can be a traumatized stuff.
Yeah.
If you are not ready, but it's your own will, that means you're ready.
Yeah.
You go in, you choose the medicine by yourself because
Yeah.
something you are ready to go through that place. But if somebody take you and say, let's go to that place, maybe the person is not ready. The influence
Yeah.
of the group,
Sometimes I'm worried I'm maybe addicted to the that that imaginary process, that it doesn't become a reality or whatever, or like or that when I get to a point I'll destroy it and then start a new thing because I'm addicted to that imagination thing. I mean, I don't know. That was just a thought that just came up now, but
Yeah, but you have to put in and also to see what is this doubt coming from. What is
yeah.
this fear? Sometimes the
Mhm.
fear is I sabotage myself
Yeah.
to be value again, to realize I can do it. And
Mhm.
that fear is gonna destroy that dream for fear to be successful, because I see it happening many, many, many times. People
Mhm.
have amazing potential
Yeah.
and somehow, in some way, deep in the subconscious, I don't deserve. I don't
Yeah.
deserve. And when
Yeah.
they have almost everything popping up to his
Yeah.
dream,
Yeah.
they find his way to sabotage, screw up,
Yeah.
and destroy them. Because you see that can be danger
Yeah.
if there is a parent. But I say to you, in the moment I met you a long time ago, I saw your potential in many, many
Mm.
ways. I mean, you were
Yeah.
doing some filmmaker at that time, and that was good what you was doing. But it's not was only the camera, because a camera, everybody can grab a camera.
Yeah.
Like everybody can record and everybody can put in some software computer, whatever
Uh-huh.
animation you want.
Yeah.
But it's not that. It's the energy behind the camera. It's the intention, why I
Mm.
do the things I do.
Yeah.
What is my intention, what I do.
Mm.
That's the value I see always in people. It's the value I saw in you have a very good intentions for people. I never saw something reading you like in fact you was so like, I don't know how to say English, like so um
What's the
slow.
Spanish word?
I don't know, like so slow in some
Yeah.
way, like
Uh-huh.
sometimes you realize how powerful, how much potential
Uh-huh.
you have in
Yeah.
your hands,
Yeah.
because it's unique. Nobody can copy. Yeah, I
Yeah.
can go to some filmmaker and be a filmmaker. Like everybody can copy that,
Yeah.
but your energy, nobody can copy that.
Yeah. It's
Everybody
unique.
can do the exactly, and
Yeah.
doesn't matter what you apply that unique energy through a camera, to working, taking people to the mountains.
Yeah.
You see, that energy, what is important, and that energy can influence many people around.
Yeah.
And how you express it, any
Yeah.
way you want to express it, just make sure you enjoy it, and
Yeah.
don't go with the mental part, try to achieve something, because in
Yeah.
the moment you want to achieve that,
Yeah.
now you put a roof on you.
Yeah.
Now you sabotage yourself, because now you say, oh, I have to be there, I have to be the perfect tour
Sure.
company with
Yeah.
so many people around me and be successful. And again, you see, you project yourself again, and something is not there, and you
Hmm.
miss right now this moment you are
Yeah.
doing it.
Cool.
I say to myself, if one day I wake up, I feel I don't want to do this anymore, I'm not gonna do it. You see,
Yeah.
if I
Yeah.
feel I'm working again, like I feel I hate this, I'm
Yeah.
gonna do something else. I'm not gonna waste my time, but right now I love what I do.
Mm.
And when I start this, I have no idea who's gonna come. People say to me, who's gonna come to the retreat? You don't know anything. You say, I'm
Yeah.
glad. I am glad I
Yeah.
don't know anything.
Yeah, that's how the
Uh,
tour thing started, it's just yeah, yeah, no one's gonna come or just start, just do it.
exactly. I like I say,
Build if you build it, they will come.
I never went to retreat places to see what are they doing. I never
Yeah,
went to a retreat
yeah.
place, in
Yeah,
fact.
you wanted to just do it the way that you felt is right and
Exactly.
perfect and beautiful.
Many things are changing
Yeah,
after we
and you
meet
learn
each
along the
other.
way, and yeah, and even those people coming at the beginning are needing exactly what that is, even though you're developing and I don't know, getting better and learning
Exactly.
things. It doesn't mean that the people that first came had a bad
Yeah,
time or didn't get what they needed. It all comes
exactly.
at the right time.
You attract the right people, the right meters
Yeah,
to learn each other,
yeah,
and it's the same with you right now. This project, if you do it because you love it,
yeah,
don't worry about how. Yeah, you
yeah,
plan some logistic stuff you need because basic stuff you need
yeah,
some calls, some logistic, blah blah blah,
yeah,
and all the rest is right there in the moment.
yeah,
If the bus you're going, the bus they break or something, enjoy. Maybe that is the retreat, part of the retreat.
yeah,
Enjoy, be stuck in the middle of nowhere.
yeah,
That's it, the retreat. You see, the retreat is everything.
yeah. It's the
Everything.
journey.
Exactly. It's no one specific place you're gonna go and you're gonna get there. And when you get there, now it's that,
Yeah, yeah,
because if not, you miss it. That's why I say to people, don't wait for tomorrow night when we drink the cup, because if not, you're gonna waste the whole thing.
yeah, yeah. Beautiful.
Um,
Well, I think this is a beautiful place to end this message, because I see this speaking to a lot of people at this moment.
yeah,
So that's great. Um,
yeah. No, I,
yeah,
I wish I wish the best for you and this new
yeah.
journey.
Thank you.
Just remember, do it with love,
Yeah,
and going there to learn with everybody.
yeah,
In that moment, you become the teacher and the student at the
yeah,
same time. Both. It's no one.
yeah. Thanks so much. Yeah, I mean, I was just kind of realizing how influential you've been on my journey in a way, as well as
Appreciate it.
this inception of this and so I thank you for that. And yeah,
It's good. And it's good. It's good. It's good you step away from many belief systems.
yeah,
It's good. You're in a very good position right now. Trust me.
stepping into my own system.
Exactly. Make
Yeah,
your own life. You have so much potential.
yeah.
Do it. And sometimes
Woo!
the path was like a learning process.
Yeah, cool.
Good.
All right, well,
Okay.
I hope to see you again.
Yeah. Keep in
Yeah,
touch.
okay.
See you the next time.
All right.
Okay.
Bye.
Take care, my friend.